Hello, several people. I've become bored recently, and I've decided to go to my gaming roots, if I may. One of the first games I've played was Minecraft, after all. And there have been some Minecraft YouTubers that have grabbed most of my attention, that being technical Minecraft YouTubers. I've decided to play on my one of the first mod packs I've had contact with. And it's a technical mod pack on Minecraft version 1.2.5. That's oh boy. This mod pack mostly consists of these mods: Industrial Craft, Buildcraft, Towncraft, Railcraft, and Twilight Forest. This is an oil well from Buildcraft. It's going to be quite useful. Probably settling on a desert is not a good idea. So let's go to the plains instead. There are rubber trees nearby, which is good. Oh, right. Difficulty set to hard. This will also test my knowledge and memory to see if I can still remember how to do the things the old way. Oh, that's not good. That is taint. Something you don't see much in the newer versions of Towncraft. But yeah. This is a taint biome and it's spreading quite quickly. This may look quite bad, seeing that we get a new block with pretty much every chunk update, but thankfully, the more taint blocks there are in vicinity, the slower it should spread. But that's... yeah. I can see those hostile plants. It's not the best to live nearby that. Good thing I've spotted it. Hopefully it won't spread that far. So let's walk a bit into the plains. Oh, a village. I do not remember if taint actually consumes non-natural blocks, but it may. It's like a disease that you have to fight in this Towncraft version. I believe it's Towncraft 2. It is possible to clean it up later, but let's keep away from that for now. The wonders of old Minecraft world generation. Oh! That's before they changed the sounds. Beautiful. Lightning glitches. Nice. Actually, this is really good. Great wood and silver wood, both from Thaumcraft. Pretty basic resource. Well, might as well start living here, or at least nearby. Free food. This is disconnected. Yeah, wonders of old world, John. Is there a way for me to get up? Cannot see much and won't make my render distance any larger, because old versions struggle a bit with chunk generation and loading. This is before they have added multicore, after all. I shall come back when I have decided upon where to build my house. I have decided that this should be a pretty good spot. The village is, as you can see in my field of view, in that direction. I should also start building a house pretty soon, because it's going to be night. Let me disable the mob spawners from now, because they are going to be annoying. Right, there's no click and drag. Right. EMC. This is from a mod called Equivalent Exchange, which is like the OG OP mod that this game has to offer. I'm pretty sure it's based somewhat upon Full Metal Alchemist to some degree. Or maybe the later versions have adopted somewhat similar aesthetic. It's going to be... I'm going to stumble a bit when managing my inventory. Old habits die hard, and it's not going to be really possible to quickly unlearn to drag to do stuff. There is a ravine nearby, as you can see on my minimap. However, I'll start making a staircase down in order to quickly obtain some cobblestone. Actually, I've mined straight into coal, that's good. Can make torches right away. Playing on hard is a thing I've elected to do, but I have not played on such normally. Can I? Oh, I cannot. Wisp. There is also no way to disable mob griefing or keep my inventory. So I will have to live with these annoyances. So the first thing I will do is to set up some lit up area in order to prevent hostile mobs from spawning in at least most spaces. I don't think I can view lighting in any way, because there are mods that allow you to see a grid overlaid on top of blocks where mobs can spawn and where they cannot. But this should provide at least some safe space until I can build a house. Sword blocking. I also cannot use wooden tools for smelting, which is something to think about, as I cannot dispose of my old tools easily. May as well keep using my wooden pickaxe then, because it's not fuel. It's somewhat efficient. I believe there is a cave right around this corner that I've seen underneath the ravine as I've been walking. I think I should hit it with this. With this staircase. So, we have 2 ores. This is copper from Industrial Craft. And the other one, I believe this is from Thumbcraft. Not sure what ore that was, though. It's gonna need a better pickaxe to mine. For that I may as well get a shovel. Let's see. Something unusual you may also see is that, especially if you haven't played the newest versions of Minecraft, when I get hit, my screen will shake in a specific direction, indicating from where I have been hit. It's something that you may have not heard about, but it's been in the game since pretty much the beginning. It's called damage tilt. This version of Minecraft, 1.5 that is, does not have an integrated server, which means that this version is actually running completely standalone from any potential server code. The fact that there was no way to actually see the tilt coming from a specific direction and it just, I believe it just by default went left. It's an artifact from the next version, 1.3. No, I guess there is no sound for it in this. Because they have merged the server with the client, and therefore the game starts an integrated server. And essentially what happened is that when they did the switch, they forgot to update code for damage tilt that relied on getting players' relative position and whatever hit them. And basically in most versions of Minecraft ever since 1.3, up until to like the newest or the second newest one, I believe, that code references this old non-integrated server properties of the player. Therefore, that code simply does not work. There is a mod that you can get for those versions of Minecraft. For example, if you still play FTB Infinity Evolved on 1.7.10, called Damage Tilt, which fixes that bug. I shall keep mining for now in order to pass the night. Would be nice to stumble into iron. Okay, let's see. Copper should be mineable, yep. Ah, right. This is copper from Industrial Craft. The one above must be from Railcraft, I suppose? This is such an early version that there doesn't exist anything like Ore Dictionary. Something that initially Forge has implemented. Oh fuck. This is an angry zombie from Thaumcraft. She is a fierce combatant. I shall wait for the night to pass. Let's see. Or maybe this is from forestry? Each mod used to add... Oh, red power, right. Each mod used to add its own ores, because you could not rely on having any other mods that added them. The same way... Oh, appetite. Okay. Must have confused this with Thaumium ingot, yeah. Oh, it seems that the sun has risen. Ore Dictionary doesn't exist, so I need to keep ores from every single mod separately. Because they are going to... Each mod is going to require its own ores for its recipes. Ore Dictionary has been added in later versions of Minecraft Forge. That's where we began to actually have some standardization. These zombies... Ah, fuck. These zombies are going to prove useful later when I actually start to get their brains. Because zombie brains in this game can be put... In this game, well, this version of Thaumcraft can be put into jars, I believe, which help you with research. I find it quite interesting that each version of Thaumcraft has decided to have a different research system. That's a Thaumcraft slime. Doesn't seem to drop anything. Appetite is something that still exists in industrial foregoing, I believe. However, it's been... Where is that or industrial craft. Yeah, it's initially from forestry, and I believe it's used for fertilizer. Or for fertilizing plants to some degree. Let's try to get some local trees going. Ah, right. Plants get pretty much instantly fertilized by using bone meal, I think. Which is pretty handy. Oh no, wait, there may be actually just no animation. I don't remember. This is quite an old version after all. Let's start building something. Flax. Let me close my window. I have a playground outside. This should make it less annoying. I hear lava. So trees always grow instantly. That's nice. Gonna have a lot of value out of my bone meal. There should be another row for our second floor. I'm no Brian, so my buildings are not going to look any beautiful, most likely. But what matters is that they are functional. Actually, I should probably craft some ladders. Now, what we should be able to see is that this copper ingot cannot be used with... yes, it cannot be used with industrial craft recipes. It should be less of a problem later when I get to behind the quarry at some point. At a later point I will have to make a perimeter around this area in order for zombies not to try to attack my house. Playing on hard, they are going to be able to break the door. So, I should look for some iron. Shears would be nice, so that I won't have to kill the sheep. And making a bed is a priority. Cannot have enough torches. This is the right copper, the industrial craft one. Gonna need quite a bit of it in order to start automation. There we go. Let's see how much I have here. Oh. Okay, perfect. 5 iron, and this is tin. But is it the right tin? It is not the right tin. Yes, that's definitely how lighting works. Oh, a Vis crystal. Vaporose crystal. This is going to be working so different from any other version. Enderman. Okay, that's not a problem. It's going to be a bit of a waste, but the faster I can get a bed, the better. Let's try to spot a safe ship. It isn't going to bring much attention of other mobs. What am I doing? I was supposed to shave the ship and I punched it. Just one string. 3 string. I probably should utilize my arrows and make a bow. Yeah. Nice. Can skip this night. And save my spawn. Nice. How inaccurate are they? In new versions of Minecraft, skeletons can just predict your movement. I guess it did not used to be like that. Okay. Let's see. Out of all of the machines that I can make, the first one should be the macerator. Macerator. Machine block, cobblestone, electronic circuit, and flint. Which means I am going to have to create a tree top in order to get rubber. Might as well keep collecting that. I should also, as soon as possible, probably try to start Project E. Project E, what am I saying? Equivalent exchange. Yeah. Gonna need a diamond. That is going to simplify getting resources massively. Because items can be smelted into EMC, which is like something matters something. Like each item has a point value and can be smelted into that energy, if I may. And once that is done, if you have a transmutation table, you can turn that energy value into other items that you have collected previously. Okay, nice, rubber sapling. Because I need to find a log that has a characteristic. Because, yeah, you need to have a log that has a characteristic orange, like a sap thing that is on top of it. Then you can use, there we go, this. And you get raw resin, or sticky resin. Sticky resin then can be smelted into rubber, which is going to be necessary in order to craft cables. A lot of you probably have not seen this mod before, Industrial Craft that is. The way its energy system works is very different. Most modern mods use something called Forge Energy. Forge Energy is like a unified system of energy that is built into Minecraft Forge. That way any mod that uses energy can basically be cross-compatible with each other. Forge Energy itself is something that was initially added by thermal expansion. One of the bigger and most popular technic mods in history of Minecraft. All of its machines use Forge Energy, and its API has been apparently so simple to use that just pretty much all mods have decided to use it. That is not where that tradition began though. Forge Energy is in fact a rebranding and is completely compatible with a different energy system that has existed before that. And indeed, very old versions of thermal expansion, for example for the next version 1.3, use that energy system. It's called Minecraft Joules. And Minecraft Joules come from a mod called Buildcraft, which is the OG item transportation system and mod. Yeah, before we had energy cables and thermal expansion pipes that do everything for you, we had to use Buildcraft and all of its different pipes, of which each serves a specific function. These are some fun times. 11 rubber is not much, but it should allow me to craft at least something. Might as well give those trees some time in order for them to restock it. Actually, not sure if hand-grown trees can produce rubber. I believe they should. Let's see. Good. So, where I was going with that. Right. Industrial craft works way different from Minecraft Joules or Forge Energy. Essentially, the mod is based around not packets of energy, but voltage. Each machine consumes a set amount of voltage per tick. And if you supply too much to the machine will explode. Various cables also have limits on not how much or how fast they transfer that energy, but like, what is the max voltage they are able to carry? So the power grid that you build has to be more complicated than just running a single cable between all of your machines and just meeting enough energy requirements on your generator side. You can have multiple generators with a single cable, which will allow you to run more machines off of it. But then you will saturate the cable, and you need to use a better cable. But better cables also work most efficiently on higher voltages. Therefore, you need to increase the voltage of your network. And your old machines cannot use that higher voltage. So what you can do is you can use a transformer in order to step down the voltage. Or you can make a transformer upgrade for your machines in order for them to be able to accept that voltage. If you want to make machines faster with overclocker upgrades, you also eventually will run into the problem that your current voltage is not enough to supply enough energy to the machine. When that happens, well, higher voltage time. Thankfully, the way that resource processing has worked has not changed ever since these ye old times. Basically, we still have a machine to turn ores into dust, and we still have a machine to smelt dust into ores, ingots. In this case, it is an electric furnace and a macerator. I will need much more iron. Probably make some windows in order to not have mobs walk into my house. It's probably also a good idea to quickly start a farm. Because I'm not keen on starting to murder every animal I have around me. red is just fine. That's a flux. Where was flux from? It's something you use a lot in immersive engineering, but immersive engineering doesn't exist yet. It's from red power. Red power is the OG redstone mod. Before we had such things as repeaters, comparators, and other redstone blocks, especially before the 1.5 update. We needed a mod that was called Red Power 2. Red Power 2 adds pretty much everything you need to build a computer out of redstone. You have timers, sequencers, different memory cells, logic gates, and all of them are in one single block. This mod is also really handy because it adds micro blocks to Minecraft. Essentially, you can put multiple objects in one block, as long as those blocks can fit together. So if you make a redstone something, I believe it's not redstone conduit, is it? Insulated wire, which is made out of red alloy wire, yeah. You can run redstone on walls, on ceilings, you can have multiple redstone wires in one block. Later you can even have bundled cables, which combine multiple redstone signals into one wire, that you can then color code. Can I mine this? Yes, what is this? Aluminium? Silver. And those bundled cables can also be placed on surfaces, which allows you to have multiple cinnabar. Multiple redstone bundled cables in one block. And those can also be color coded. It's probably what you know as Project Red in modern times. I am surprised that I have completely missed the ravine cavern. They have also at some point changed the sound of lava, I suppose. This one sounds particularly bubbly. Oh, this is what I wanted to find, tin. But from industrial craft specifically. It's not needed in such high quantities as copper, but it is still needed nonetheless. I shall also mine down to 19 in order to find diamonds. Which is not guaranteed. And let's hope. And that is not a welcome sight. Gravel. Isn't gravel the block that had the most texture changes in history? It had so many texture changes. more tin. And coal. I'm going to need a lot of it initially. Okay, no luck with diamonds specifically in this spot. Let's actually get back. 5 iron, that's not much. 1 machine block necessary to craft a machine from industrial craft requires 8 refined iron, which is a smelted iron ingot. And I am going to need at least 2 initially. 1 for a generator and 1 for a macerator. Cinnabar from Thaumcraft. I'll keep the coal and grab some more wood in order to have resources for torches. I always like to have an emergency supply of wood when I go mining. We are nearing an hour of recording time, so I should probably do some ending notes. I'm not a YouTuber and never have been. I believe that term also makes some people cringe now. This is a very old school type of a video. Pretty much not something you will find on YouTube, especially with gameplays. This is the cavern that I was talking about. Actually, I misremembered. It does not go that far. More these crystals. But yeah, this is pretty much my first recording like this ever on YouTube, so I hope that at least some of you will find it enjoyable. I mostly find this to be an interesting experiment. So yeah, don't expect much regularity, I suppose. Now, let's keep an eye on that taint that I have found. Because especially initially, it spreads very rapidly. It can eventually consume the entire world, I believe, but as I've said, it slows down tremendously the more blocks there are. It never stops completely, and I believe there is like a lower bound to how fast it can spread. But it's something to keep an eye out on. Yeah. Actually, can I? Ugh. It's not even easy to mine these blocks. Oof. Cave-ins. Yeah, it also spreads quite far underground. These obelisks are going to be important later. While I'm at it, I should grab some cactus. Oh, right. So, why does this even happen? You can see these geysers out in the distance. They are releasing taint into the atmosphere. Basically, air around us has like two substances that it can be saturated with. Vis and taint. Taint is what happens when stuff goes wrong. And the more of it is in the atmosphere, the stronger the effects. When you reach a certain threshold, especially, those taint blocks may spontaneously spawn and start spreading. So, it is important to keep your magical experimentations as efficient as possible. Let's sleep before any hostile mob snatches me. Gonna need some torches there. Right. I suppose this is an appropriate time to conclude the first episode. My goal with this series is to mostly have fun, but also reminisce and remember how it used to be to play technical Minecraft without all of the unnecessary fluff such as quests, hundreds upon hundreds of mods, each of which does the same thing as some other mod. So like tens of magic mods, another tens of mods that and some form of ore processing. And the quests give you loot boxes and randomized loot, and you pretty much instantly run out of inventory space. All of which just to craft one item. I'm totally not calling out all the modium. But yeah, this is Old School Technicraft, and I may or may not see you in the next episode.